That's right, Marjorie. I used our life savings to buy a toy keyboard.
Hello and welcome to the 5th episode of
Good news, everyone!
Today's Instagram account recommendation is Sir Patrick Stewart, who has been reading a sonnet a day, and it's Patrick Stewart, so naturally it's just amazing. So check it out. Even if you don't like sonnets, it's Patrick Stewart. Today's Twitter is now I got this right before I pressed record, believe it or not. It's L. Maruska. And she is an American writer living in Spain, and she has a lot of cats. Which is really all you need to know. She's also very funny. She has a lot of cats. And posts pictures of them, which is possibly the most important part. Today's live cam is the Decorah Eagle's Nest, which is, I believe, in Iowa. And this eagle has just hatched, apparently, some eggs. So give that a look. It's nice to have on the background, again, like a lot of the live feeds I post. I haven't yet seen said chicks. I believe they're currently nestled safely under the eagle. So give that a look. I will be keeping an eye out on that feed because I want to see babies. Today's YouTube channel recommendation is Geographics. Not National Geographic, although I'm sure they're very good. But Geographics. Basically, it's a channel that teaches you about various different places and histories of said places. And it's very interesting and informative, and the presenter has the best voice for it as well. So, that's my recommendation for today. The book series recommendation I'm giving you is Discworld. Now, obviously, most people know what that is, but if you don't, it's a series set on the Discworld, which is a round. The Earth is round, as in but it's a disc, not like a ball, and it's on the back of 4 elephants, on the back of a turtle, great Aardman. I think I'm saying that right. Flying through space, and it's a fantasy realm, and it is possibly my most favourite book series of all time. If you've read it, you know this. If you read it, read it again. If you haven't read it, now is the perfect time to start. And the thing with Discworld is there isn't really a set order. You can probably start with any book. It is perhaps better to start with the earlier ones, just so you get a better idea of the characters, but it's just so good. Very, very highly recommended. It's not a series recommendation I have for you today. It is a recommendation, though. It's a documentary. It's called The Grand Night Inn, the story of Aardman. And if you are at all familiar with Wallace and Gromit, that is who made them. And it's just a series, a story of this company, and it's just fascinating to watch, and it's also, completely charming because it's the story of a company that makes small clay animated figures. I mean, I'm slightly biased because I'm from Bristol, which is where Aardman is, but I mean, it's Aardman, so they're amazing anyway. Everybody knows this. Today's uplifting news is a man who is on lockdown was due to do a half marathon relatively soon, and obviously that is not happening. So he decided to complete this half marathon by running back and forth on his balcony. A half marathon, which is, I believe, 13 miles, something like that. I don't run ever, so but it's pretty cool and very dedicated. I would get bored and also just tired after a couple of times doing that, I think. Stuff to do, yes. So, the Royal Opera House and the Met, which is somewhere in America, I forgot to add that to my notes, so you'll figure it out. And the National Theatre, which is in London, are all streaming various productions online. Because obviously, as with every other thing I mention in this show, they are currently shut to the public. So I highly recommend checking those out if you are so inclined. I have a friend who is very into opera and says it's a worthwhile experience. So So I'm trying to bring some variety to this program, show, series. Sure. Give that a look. I will be looking at the National Theatre. I think their next production is something from Shakespeare. But again, I forgot to add it to my notes, so let's find out together. Alright, and that is it for this week. As for how I'm doing, I started seeing a therapist for my kleptomania, and I've already taken something valuable from each session. Just so we're clear, that was the terrible joke. I will be back on Friday, so I hope your week continues to be good if it has been, and I hope it will improve if it hasn't. Just in case you're just as confused about what day it is as I am, the day that I'm uploading this video, it's Wednesday, my dudes. Okay, that's it. Bye!